Alright, session 2. You guys want to do a recap? Well, we did it yesterday, so I don't really need to do a recap.
Yeah.
But
Recap. Watch episode 1.
yeah.
I mean, we can do it for the recording, I guess.
Alright, for
It's always good to...
posterity's sake.
Yeah.
Okay, so recap yesterday. The beginning of your guys' session, or the campaign, I guess. You guys started out at the prison. The
Isotropomax Security.
Isotropomax Security, which is where you had gotten your upgrades onto your ship. And you were there at the same time as a prison break. That was mainly a failed prison break. You got to watch a lot of prisoners get shot and ships explode, which was pretty cool. But 3 sort of random prisoners kind of escaped on their own using the kerfuffle as cover. The prisoners were Ella Galia, Bill Zor, the Hulk of a man, and Ekor Vane. You guys decided to try and go after Ekor Vane because he was the one you knew the most about.
No, we decided to go after Ekor Vane because
Oh,
we figured he
sorry.
was the most dangerous and was going to cause problems fastest.
We knew
the most about
Ella.
Ella
Never
Galia.
mind. Sorry, that's right. So you guys decided to go up to Ekor Vane because you had figured out that he was arrested in the process of assassinating somebody when you had gone to the gate. I think you figured that out.
We were told that at the prison.
You figured it out at the prison. You went to the gate to get more details. So then you proceeded to leave the prison and go to Akatai, Shemaya, the planet of Shemaya, and you stopped at the gate, like the planetary gate at Shemaya, got some information from the planetary police as to like who Ekor was going after, and also you had gotten like sort of the VIN number essentially on the ship that he had stolen from the prison itself, and you tracked that down on the planet. You were able to track the ship down, get to the landing port where the ship was, and then began to investigate when shit kind of hit the fan. The ship exploded. You guys helped save a significant amount of people, and in the process found a suspicious suspect, tracked that suspect down, shooting him, and then just knocking him out, I think, essentially is what it was.
Subduing him because he was a robot.
He was a robot, yeah.
Shot
I guess
out
you
his
could really knock him
hydraulics.
out. Yeah. And then brought him back to the ship. He was more than happy to help you guys, because you guys were all pretty good. Also, he was pretty disgruntled with his creator.
Yeah, he swore a lot. It was great.
He swore a lot. It was interesting. So he gave you the location. You were able to maneuver your way through the traffic of like the busy, city hollow streets, or like the hover streets. Took a little bit of damage in the way, but you made it there and you captured Ekor Vane. He's currently unconscious in your brig, across from the robot Echo Victor 297.
Yep.
And you've also managed to gather some equipment, which you've discovered is Asha Knive equipment.
Unlocked and entirely accessible.
Unlocked and entirely accessible. So you guys have some like pretty substantial hacking equipment / like computer network equipment for the Asha Knives.
Easy.
Also, all of you guys trommed it out.
Man, this Ekor Vane guy was not actually very dangerous. He was a chump.
Or you just
Hold on.
friggin' succeeded every single one of your rolls. Didn't give me any chances to make him fuck you guys up.
A taxi did more damage than he did.
Actually, yeah. Miraculously, the taxi knocked the tracker off your friggin' ship too. So that's where we left you guys. You were all sort of gathering yourselves from your traumas.
Yep.
And I think we went over the traumas for the recording sake when last session. So.
Yeah. Basically, it was a hard day.
Yeah, you succeeded, but it was a tough day.
Oh, yeah.
All the way around. You got some good press too, I guess. That was the very end of the session. You were able to get a hold of Weathers,
Yeah.
your contact, and she is
Stacy
very
Weathers.
fond of Zodiac, the pilot here, and was able to do you guys a solid and make it seem like the robot, Echo Victor 297, helped out quite a bit instead of actually probably blowing up everything.
Yeah, killing a lot of people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, that's where you guys are at now. There you go.
I also need
Oh,
one.
hand me that
There's
too.
one right here.
The clipboard. Do you mind if I use the clipboard?
Go for it.
Excellent. So we did like payoff and heat, and then we did not complications, sorry, but entanglements.
Entanglements.
So now we're gonna do downtime, which is something that we're gonna do at the beginning of sessions now from the previous sessions.
So, none of us have any injuries. None of us have any stress because we all trauma out.
Yeah.
We do, however, have to repair the ship, which people need to take actions to do. And we can also start long-term projects. So if there's like goals you want to accomplish on like outside of missions, or we can train, which means getting sort of free experience in different categories. So we have to pay 1 upkeep for a ship for just general maintenance costs, otherwise it gets crappier. And then to repair it takes a person taking an action plus a cred. There's no roll, we just repair 1 damage for that. We have 2, so 2 of us are going to need to spend actions repairing, or 1 person 2 actions.
Each of you guys gets 2 downtime actions.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So I will definitely spend 1 to repair the ship.
Cool. I will also spend 1 and spend my own credit to do so. And we'll say that our characters do pretty much at the same time.
Yeah, might as well.
Cool. Alright, so for you guys, if you don't have a long-term project, I recommend training. So the way you do it is you can only train in each category once per downtime. So there's the Insight, Prowess, Resolve, and you can also train Insight, which means you get experience towards playbook. By default, it's only 1 experience. There's upgrades you can get on the ship, which make it 2, but we don't have any of those upgrades, so it's just a 1 experience thing, if you want to do that. So what would you guys like to do?
I'm going to train in Insight.
Insight, okay. So
you get to like kind of explain how you want to do that.
So
Just
for
brief-
training my Insight, I'll be looking on those computers that we got and trying to find out more about the astral. Like, I'm trying to learn more about computers so I can try to crack this thing more. Also going off my obsession with the astral knives now.
the Ashen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you would mark 1 there. What about you, Jag?
I want to train in. Oh. I want to train in prowess first and try. Yeah. I want to try asking Outlaw here to teach me something about sneaking around and just, trying to be stealthier and not have to be so gung-ho every time.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, like you can use these. So these downtime actions are used like a lot of the times to clear stress and that kind of stuff for new
Yeah.
projects. You can start your own clocks. Like if you want to get an asset, if you want to like make a friend, make a contact, something like that, you can set a clock to do that, and you can spend downtime actions to get that done. It's pretty cool to do it like narratively too. So that's good. And then like the more you train, like doing it together is kind of helps you guys develop the relationship between your characters, which also then helps you kind of get experience for your ship, especially for your ship at the end of the session, because then you like develop your there's a experience prompt on the ship for like developing the group's beliefs and like drives and stuff like that. So so doing stuff together is really good. So training together is a good idea. And then you like even go into like how you go about training in Skulk. Like you're gonna sneak around the city, or like go and see if you can spy on the H&N in this tower or something like that. Like because we're still, you guys are all still in,
still on the
on
planet.
this on in Shemaya, like probably still in the same vicinity as the landing structure.
As soon as we complete the job, wouldn't we be back at the prison?
Oh yeah, if we want,
Yeah,
if
Never mind,
we
that makes sense.
got it paid back.
That definitely does make sense. Okay, so we're back at the prison, but so then you would have to kind of explain how you would train Skulk if you're back on the prison.
Yeah, okay.
You know,
So
like just stalk some of the workers in the bay or something.
yeah, I'd probably ask. Then I'd ask Outlaw to help me train that, and I'd and I'd get him to say, teach me how to sneak around throughout the kitchen, try and get some food.
Okay, so you guys are trying to sneak into the kitchen at the prison
Yes.
to like grab some snacks. Sounds
Free
good.
food.
Sounds
Prison
good.
food.
Some free prison food.
We still like the desserts.
Honestly, it's like gelatin sticks.
So we've already made it back to the prison and handed
Yeah, which
everybody?
makes sense because there would have been payoff. I kind of forgot about that. So we would have had payoff. That's
Yeah.
why you guys got your credit.
Okay.
So you would have returned with
Irving.
with Echo Vein, and I suppose you guys would have gave him back. So you wouldn't have really questioned him or anything like that.
Not really need. We got him. That's all we needed to do.
Yeah, I mean, we.
Is the
I mean, we already know
He was
he's with the
unconscious
Ashen
when
Knives.
we
Yeah.
ended play, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And we have his computer.
Also,
Yeah, you did a
I
bunch
would like
of
to have that
different
discussion with Echo Victor
Cool.
and see if he wants to tag along, or if he
So
wants
like, get him to come along with us.
to, yeah, or if he wants to go his own way. It's up to him.
Okay. No, that's interesting. That gives.
You're gonna have a love triangle with the robot, yourself, and your reporter girl.
Well, I don't think the robot's gonna last very long. I feel like the doc's gonna probably put some work into him, but.
that robot murdered a lot of people.
Yeah. Okay.
You swore
So
oath.
that would be like a wheel choir asset.
Okay.
Yeah. Honestly, considering the fact that he's like, I mean, you guys promised you'd let him go, but he's like kind of was definitely willing to help you guys to betray Echo Vein, obviously. So it's just a 4. It's just a 4-wheel.
And how do we work on said wheel?
You just roll.
Yeah, so you're going to use one of your actions. So describe how it is that you try to accomplish this.
It's effectively the same thing as I said to him before. It'd be like it's his choice. Up to him. Like I don't really.
Oh, so you're not gonna try and
I
like
get that.
convince him to stay with you guys, or
Not
you're
really.
Just like straight up just asking him.
Straight up, just asking him because
That's consort.
yeah.
It
Yeah.
is, yeah. You do want to try to add more, because technically if you say, I'm going to do the same thing I did before, you're not supposed to be able to do that.
Yeah.
You only roll on it once. But
What do you mean?
We just describe
You
like,
just
what you
wanna-
would say.
Yeah.
you just want to do more, you want to keep expanding,
Yeah, like
instead of
add-
saying, I do what I did before.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what you're saying.
Like, thanks, man, for helping us out.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Just give me
Okay.
a quick little. I need something, Nick. Give me something.
Hey, you would talk to me as Miss Weathers. So who's saying what now?
I hate romantic relationships. I hate romantic relationships. This is gonna get interesting.
All right. Well, it's a good thing that you started one.
Yep, there's gonna be more than one. I can guarantee you that.
So yeah, obviously I walked down by myself and just opened the gate,
Okay.
and I'm like, "Hey man, how's it going? Like, I promised we'd let you go as soon as this thing is over, and like I'd be willing to fly you to wherever you'd like to be dropped off. But just so you know, we are a group of people that are obviously willing to include help from any source that seems trustworthy. And to me, you seem like a pretty trustworthy guy.
You have
So to
you're
be
a
fair,
terrible
this is
judge.
this is playing into his soft, real good.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
So,
soft for robots. Like you're just this guy murdered a whole bunch of people. You know what? You're a swell guy. You gave us that information, lickety split.
so I'm in, like, because of you, we captured a dangerous criminal who is now back in prison, who likely would have assassinated, who was likely just a stand-up fella named Honda Suzuki. And
You know specifically that that's not his name, and I love that you keep using Honda Suzuki.
that's way too similar. I'm sorry.
It's as in Honda.
Hondo
Suzuka.
Suzuka,
There you go.
for listener's sake. Yeah, so you helped us catch her Mazda Ford, and I'm willing to say that I would allow you to join our crew. I'm sure the others would
I'm
understand.
sure the others would understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, well.
You can roll
Only
consort.
one person of the party
So
threatened.
the cool thing about downtime action is that you roll your
true.
consort,
You're paranoid.
and
though.
there's no like you don't know like if you fail it, there's no consequences.
Okay.
Yeah. So you just like if you get a 6, you'll probably get like 3 ticks on it.
But
But it is a 4 tick chart, so it will take 2 actions.
Well, unless you crit.
yeah,
Yes.
Do it.
Devil's bargain him.
yeah. Honestly, though, what is, well, I might as well ask whether
I don't
Devil's
think
Bargain or
you can
can
do
you
devil's
Devil's
bargains on
Bargain? Yeah.
these actions.
Uh,
I
Roll
don't
a
even know.
6.
I don't even know if you can push yourself.
is
You
this
can, you can push yourself and people can assist, but you.
Oh, okay. So you can get 2 dice, so you can crit. Because right now, if you just roll a 6,
I don't
it's
see
not-
really that much of a problem with the devil's bargain either. It's yeah.
Okay.
Ooh. First one of the day.
Okay. So devil's bargain to get. I'm assuming an extra dice. Well, you get no effects, so yeah, extra dice. Trying to convince Echo Victor 297.
It's the way that I see it. He was upset because he was forced to sit there. So I figure giving him a choice.
Yeah. I think he wanted action.
Murdered a lot of people.
Yeah, he
Uh,
did.
About how many people blew up in that explosion?
A lot.
If you were hardwired to do someone's bidding,
Sorry, robot should
how
have
would you
rights.
feel?
He's semi-sentient. It means he had a choice.
But the way he
Yeah,
said
he
it,
did just full on betray
Yeah.
his master.
Like any soldier, if I was obeying orders before I put that person in the oven.
Who knows?
Jesus
We'll
Christ.
never know unless we, investigate his build, which we're not going to.
It'll be
So we'll never
It'll be
find
real
out.
easy in a minute.
Okay. So, Devil's Bargain, one of the other 2 prisoners that you guys are going after personally knows you.
Oh. Is it Billy
Oh
Zane?
yeah.
Yeah?
Oh yeah. Yes, sir. So is this considered my second action on my downtime? Just talking to this guy? Okay.
Yeah, because you
If
used
I
your first one
assist-
to repair.
Yeah.
If I assist him, does that count as my second action?
No.
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 You take a stress and he
How
gets
would you
extra dice.
explain it?
Well, I'm gonna like.
He said specifically he went alone.
Yeah,
that's
you
true,
would have
went
had to
alone,
have set that
so
up
never mind.
before.
You could flashback it, take 2 stress.
Flashback. I'm been under the floorboard. I just crawl out of my rat cave.
Oh dear.
Oh, don't start describing yourself as an animal because you'll just end up as that animal.
That totally happened last
It's
time.
not good to do that. Don't. Or do. It would be fun.
Outlaw. I'm a scoundrel. I crawl out like a rat.
So roll your dice. Figure out what's going on.
6.
You got a 6?
Not 2 6s.
Here we go again. It begins.
One of them was a 3, is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's,
You know, average.
Thanks, Devil's Bargain.
yeah, really. No, you know what? The Devil's Bargain's probably the friggin' 3. You probably
Yeah.
just rolled the 6 automatic. Okay, yeah, so succeed. You're gonna get 3. You can put this chart, like, you can put this pie chart on yours. Like the action clock.
That's my favorite thing about adding an extra dice of Dell's Barkin. It's like, well, I may have made a horrible deal, but did it actually help me? Which dice was it?
Well, usually the Devil's Bargains are supposed to be not so horrible at deals. Like, I'll probably not come up with, like, oh, yeah, this
They're
person
supposed to
dies.
be things you want.
Yeah,
Unless
want,
it's, like,
but
really
not
desperate.
want. But, like, maybe.
They're not necessarily things you want. A lot of times
I'm sorry.
the things you don't want.
Yeah.
You said it's 4?
That's true.
It's a 4 o'clock,
And
and,
I
you
filled-
got 3.
I filled 3?
With the 6. So you're pretty near getting this guy. Obviously, this guy's pretty well receiving because you've been nothing but probably the kindest person to him, which kind of plays into the soft for robots. 100%. Because as far as this Echo Victor 297 understands,
You mean murder bot?
murder bot Echo Victor 297.
I'm just gonna have robot pals all over the place. I got Weibo, which by the way is the name of
Weibo, your
My
Your-
fine
You find
smaller
robot?
bot.
Okay.
Ooh, you should give Echo Vector a different name.
Sure, what?
You probably
Echo
could
Ve-
if you get him.
Oh, I'll ask him.
So you succeeded. You got, like I said, you got 3 ticks out of your clock. So you're gonna. He's obviously just like completely receiving to what you're saying. He's just like, man, like I said, I was there for years, man, years, and nothing. Like I just followed this stupid guy, and you kill the guy, or you almost kill the guy. You almost kill Ecor, which is like, that's awesome because he sucked. Sure, you know what? It sounds like you know what you're doing, and you're a good pilot. I feel like you're a good pilot. You hit the thing at one time, but I feel like you're a good pilot still.
I like to think it's on purpose.
I felt a really big jostle, but like it's fine, you know,
This
because I
robot
think
was programmed for flattery.
yeah, 'Cause
All
you know what? I
artificial,
think
like his
it's-
skin.
Yeah, Ecor just like had a bunch of like yes men robots. You're looking excellent today, sir. Shut up. Yeah. So he's he's just 100% buying what you're selling. And like, I mean, obviously he's still kind of disabled. Like he's still damaged, so he's not really like moving around or anything. But he's just talking to you, and yeah, he's agreeing with what you're saying.
Excellent.
It sounds like he really wants to stick
Oh,
around.
yeah.
He sounds like
Good
he
stuff.
essentially sounds like he's supplanting his previous boss with you. It's like, if you want me to go watch some of that, I can watch some of that. You want to see videos? I got videos. I got evidence. I can do it. I got resume. Watch. You want to see
This is
that?
an
You want to see that
unhealthy
sex again? And he like
relationship.
projects the sex like the guy that Honda Suzuki was having.
Name change. I'm changing the game slowly.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
Have him show you the footage of when he blew up all those people.
He's got that. I've got that. I'm kidding. Well, you know he does that.
He
Kind
did-
of, but
yeah, he sure certainly does have that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would delve too much into the footage he's got, but there's some stuff there. Or you do, and find stuff.
Yeah,
We'll see.
I'll just go up to Doug and be like, "Oh, you want to be a dick?" and show him the footage. And he'll be like, he's going like a
He just starts going organizing shit. Okay, so you succeeded. You got 3 ticks, and it sounds like Echo Victor is really interested in staying.
Yeah.
You will there'll have to be another action involved to get him officially to be a part of your team, but he's getting pretty close.
Whoop.
And you don't have a cred, eh?
I sure do.
So you can use cred to buy actions, downtime actions. But I mean, you can use they're valuable for other stuff. I'm not saying you have to use that, but I don't know if everybody.
I mean,
Remember that.
I'll hang on.
is the wheel for him to join the group more of a group thing?
You mean, can you work on
Yeah.
it? Yes, you could.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's an acquire asset.
I'll probably do that. I have an idea for it. Now,
Doug's sitting over there like, why does everyone want this friggin' murder bot on our ship?
You got a name, you know.
yeah.
Yeah, murder bot.
Probably work out some of your stress, Doug.
Okay. So that's your downtime actions are done then.
I am.
You have 1 left.
I do.
Do you have an idea what you want to do with the other one?
Let's go to them.
Okay,
First.
you guys.
That's not fair.
I
That's
want
not
to
fair.
set up. I want to set up some connections to find out more about these astral knives guys. Almost like an informant for like on the inside of these astral knife guys.
Dash and knives.
The what ashen
Ashen
knives?
knives.
Fuck.
It's
Yeah,
all you'll get it.
the
That's all
ashen
you'll get.
knives.
The ashen
You
knives.
think you
Yeah.
were astral knights
Yeah, yeah.
who are dead?
Okay, so that'll be a bit of a bigger clock because they're a pretty tough organization.
Yeah.
But you do have
Yeah.
some of their
Entire
own
server.
equipment.
I feel like Eckervain's gonna die in
Yeah.
prison because of this.
Okay.
If you use an ashen knife, it's probably doesn't have too much to worry about.
Oh, that's true.
They're there's a reason they're called ashen knives. They're melee. They'll stab the fuck out of it. You're like, prison's about shivs, right?
You
Yeah.
could throw a knife at someone.
Yeah, you could.
It's really good that you
Can
guys
you really?
didn't take him on hand to hand. Is all I'm saying. Well, you know what? Screw it. You guys would have rolled trip 6s anyway.
Easy.
Yeah.
I could have
No
pulled
problem.
out my fighting style.
Jesus. Okay, yeah. So that'll be an acquire asset roll, and you can if you want me to keep track of it, I can. Like I'll just write the clock down.
Okay.
But it's gonna be an 8.
An 8.
An 8 clock. So you can roll. So how are you trying to get the connection? Like how are you trying to develop that? Are you trying to use the equipment? Are you trying to talk to people?
I'm gonna try like in conjunction. I'm gonna try to use the equipment to find the right people. But then like when I find these people, I'm gonna try to like almost be like I want to join these Ashen Knife people.
Fuck.
Like I'm gonna try to use like my old like syndicate contacts.
Okay,
as
yeah.
well
So I was
for
gonna
this.
say like if you want to use. So you're using the equipment, or you're gonna go in through some old syndicate?
I think you're gonna
kind of like a mixture.
Probably
I think you'll have to start with a hack, and then maybe next time you progress it, you can do.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what-
Because you
So
still
because
need to find
it's gonna depend on what you have, like what you're rolling.
So yeah.
But yeah, so if you're using the equipment first for this like kind of round, yeah, that'll be hack.
So yeah, I'm gonna try to hack more into the system to find like who I need to talk to.
Yep, which makes sense because you're at this point in time, you're probably still looking at the stuff. You probably never took your eyes off the
Yeah.
equipment.
I'm like in my room. I have like all like the connection thing, like all the pictures.
I will assist you. I will assist you by having already organized all of this equipment and making it easily accessible.
Take your eyes
I'll
off it for
assist
2
you 'cause
seconds.
I do. You
It's
have
only,
you told me
it's
any
only
of
one
this?
assist.
Like all the
Oh.
cables are like tied
Okay.
together with zip ties.
Yeah.
You
It's
got
only-
those
it's only
like.
one assist,
yeah.
but, yeah.
Yeah.
So you get an extra dice, or if you had none, you have 1 dice.
What's Devil's Bargain? by the way?
Okay, yeah.
No,
To get
yes,
another-
one hack.
To get another
one
dice.
hack. Yeah.
Do I have a clock started for one of your friends?
No. No, I think you just put one of my friends on a plane.
Yeah, Ren is on Nightfall.
Yeah.
That's right.
Start the clock. She gets hooked on drugs.
What was Ren again to you?
She's a smuggler. She's helped me get off some planets before.
Start a clock. One of the moons is falling on nightfall.
Oh boy.
One of the many. Okay, I think I got an idea. I just gotta double check something real quick.
She's
Okay, so Devil's Bargain, Rin, your friend, who's currently on Nightfall,
Yeah.
is on the run from the Echo Wave Riders. Okay, so they're not somebody that you guys have heard of before.
Are they the pirates?
No, so the Maelstrom are the pirates.
Oh, yeah.
You guys, I believe you guys know that Ilzor was an ex-Maelstrom.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys know that like one of the guys you're after is an ex-Maelstrom, so he's an ex-pirate. The Echo Wave Riders are, you guys would just know this. Echo Wave Riders are pilots. Many organize illegal races,
they're
many
racist.
pilot for pay, and a few test dangerous new engine flight technologies for the guild,
I remember asking Doug about them because I thought they were like space surfers.
which would be awesome and also more terrifying that they were running after Ren. But yes, so they're pilots that organize illegal races and they test new equipment and stuff like that. And she's on the run from them.
Ooh.
You know what? No.
No?
I'm gonna just keep my 2 dice.
Okay.
I don't want to lose her. That sounds pretty bad.
You could go on races with her.
4.
4 and a 3. I'm 2.
You did it.
Oh yeah.
Well, you pick
But it
race.
only matters.
But it's
Yeah,
just the
so
highest. So
four.
yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah,
4. So okay, so there's no big consequences for doing anything with downtime.
Yeah.
But you'll get 2. So you get 2 ticks out of the 8. Which is so
You could write it on your own sheet.
Yeah.
yeah, I would keep track of it yourself as well, but I'll put a circle, I'll put a clock together. And it's what was it, infiltrate Ashen Knives you wanted to do, or you just wanted to
Well, right now I'm trying to learn more about them through the computer, but yeah, eventually I want to get an informant in them.
so informant in Ashen Knives, because that's
Yeah.
that's the long-term goal. That's
Yeah.
what the clock's gonna be.
And it's an 8 clock.
It's an 8.
What's that prison called?
Isotropa Maxicura.
Yeah.
Isotropa?
Yeah, so Isotropa Max Secure. Did you have an idea for what you want to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I'd say since my character grew up in the Imperium, they probably had to join the military at some point. So I want to raise the sense of camaraderie in the party, since clearly there's some conflict between the Doctor who wants to keep people alive.
Man,
and
there's
the
no clear
robot.
conflict. There's no clear
There's a
conflict.
subtle conflict between the Doctor wants to help people and the murder bot who's murdered several people in front of him. And I want to satisfy my own paranoias about the fact that if he knows anything about the people who are going after us. So I want to talk to him and ask him if he knows anything about, I don't know, anything about a greater scheme of things, and I'll talk to him about it and ask him if he wants me to repair him.
So what's the goal?
The goal is for me to train in insight.
Train in insight. So you're not trying to help his clock.
Oh, yeah, actually, I'll help this clock by doing that.
Okay. Okay, so that's the goal. Like you just want to help the clock to get him on our team, on your guys' team. Okay. So ask him if you want to help repair him. If he wants you to repair him.
Yeah.
And
if that'd make him join us.
Trying to get information from him as well. Like, how would you go about going up to the robot or like Echo 297 to be like, hey, we really want you around. Like, how would you do that?
Yeah,
so like gathering info and progressing his clock would be two different things. Yeah.
I suppose you could just be like, keep the gathering info for after. Try to convince him to join, so that then he could help you for sure.
Mm-hmm. You know what?
You can gather info in like a flashback.
Okay, I know how to replay with this.
Okay, you got something.
It'd be that I was part of a wrecking crew, so I saw what he did there. So it's like, not bad, but I want him to join us so that he can do it in a way that doesn't involve in murdering several innocent people. And I'll repair him and see if he wants to join us and try and do it that way, where he can blow stuff up without murdering innocents.
Controlled explosion.
Okay. So that's for sure
Was a
consort.
controlled explosion.
Controlled
terrorism. Controlled.
So yeah, you can roll that.
Can I get a double sparking because I have no dice?
You know dice and consort?
Can I assist him?
Yeah, for stress.
Yeah, man.
You have to say how you do it.
Well, I'm still there because I
You had
just
gone
finished
in.
speaking with him.
Yep.
I would say. So
I can't use rig because I'm fixing it.
I would effectively hop in, being like, "See, I told you that they would be down for this." Like,
So the one thing I will tell you, Nick, is that there's only one segment left on that clock.
Yeah.
He can't fail. That like
You could roll with 0 dice and you're probably still gonna get
That's
it.
probably true.
There's no like
You're gonna get
it's a 1, 2, or 3 is one segment on.
oh, I see.
So
So
like
okay, never mind.
yeah,
It would be unnecessary stress.
Oh well, we'll probably get a
like
one.
you can still do it descriptively, but
Yes.
maybe don't spend the stress.
Yeah,
doing the
okay.
dice.
That's then. Yeah, I won't effectively assist him, but I will still be in the background, like. See.
See, everyone wants you around.
Look. Even the big Russian guy wants you to join the team.
Yeah. I'm just trying to be friendly.
Just trying to be friendly.
Yeah. So I'll
There's
just
a
roll
lot
my.
of friendly bounty hunters around here.
I'll just roll my disadvantage.
Okay.
A
Yeah,
one.
one.
So
One
yeah,
segment.
with
Six.
one
I
segment.
wish that
anyway.
was 2 6.
Yeah.
Crit.
It's not a crit on
No.
yeah.
Okay, that's right. Yeah.
It only counts as a 6 if you roll
One
two
is
sixes.
next.
Okay. Okay, so you very haphazardly try to convince him. I'm assuming that maybe some broken English is involved, and the robot is not all the way understanding you, because you did only just get a 1.
That's true.
But from what he gathered, what you said, and probably so your English isn't that bad. You do have a Russian accent.
Yeah, very thick one.
But it almost seems as though the robot is sort of mocking you for having like the Russian accent. Like he's like, what are you saying? What did you? And he's like purposely confusing. He's like, pickled toast. What is happening right now? And he's like, just kind of going off on you. But he lightens up for a second. This is the sassiest robot. But he does lighten up for a second, and then he does kind of accept your offer to like help him out, and says that well, like I've always been, just kind of destroying stuff and killing things. So changing the pace might be nice. And then So he like pseudo agrees with you to help and kill people or like destroy things for not killing people. But it doesn't sound like the most sincere as far as like a robot can sound sincere.
Yeah.
But you finished the clock, so you've successfully acquired Echo Victor 297.
I did my best. I tried to make us get better together. Clearly,
Hello, fellow criminal.
yeah. That's why I ditched the
There's
accent.
almost.
I'm pretty sure the
We're
mic
almost
couldn't
at the
pick
point
up
where there's
what
more
I'm saying if I
criminals
tried
on
to
this
do
ship
that
than-
accent.
Yeah, soon there probably will. Honestly, soon there probably will be more criminals than actual bounty hunters on the ship.
Don't worry, we'll turn this around.
I'll have my corner of all ex-criminals.
Like,
So,
this is two different rooms.
Mechanical thing for, presuming we want this guy on as part of our crew.
Presuming is.
Bruce.
No, I mean like mechanically. Like,
Oh.
when we level up the ship, which we should do at the end of this session, we will probably want to do that by increasing our crew quality to represent that we now have somebody on our ship. That's for the end of the session, though. But just to keep in mind.
Cool.
And then
what does
the
that
more
do?
people you get, because you probably will get
When
multiple.
we can have our crew do stuff for us, essentially.
We have
They
them
get-
do the repair action so that we don't.
They don't get downtime actions unless there's. I think there's certain event. I think the mechanic might have something, but they don't get downtime actions. But we can get them to do stuff. They get a number of dice equal to their crew quality. But currently we've got a 0 because we're not supposed to have anybody on our ship. If we have 1, it'd be just 1 dice. To
But they could, like, in a mission, they could be doing an action for something. Like, they could set up something, or they could, like, go and, like, you'd be like, oh, man, like, we're here, and there needs to be something going on. Like, somebody needs to detonate that explosion over there. Send Echo Victor 297.
Or when we're off the ship, and we take a devil's bargain, somebody snuck on our ship, and like our crew deals with it.
Yeah. Potentially.
Yeah, like roll a die.
Or he's the one who did it.
Or he dies. Gets
That could happen,
dismantled,
too.
really, but... yeah, so I think that's everybody's downtime actions.
That's
Yeah.
it.
You have 1 left?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
gonna kill the
robot.
No, I'm not gonna murder your murder bot.
Yet.
Correct. I think that the doctor is just kind of fuming because he doesn't like this at all. He doesn't think it's a good idea. So he's just going to like sort of just shut himself in his room and read some medical texts. And I'm just going to train my playbook.
Okay. Like, you're watching these guys go to the brig and start, like, just... Like,
Yeah, he thinks it's a terrible idea.
bleeding heart trying to get this robot on, and you're just like, who, what, how is this?
And it's not because he's a robot. It's because he's a murderer.
I don't think
What
it's
they
that.
all say.
I don't think it's that. Okay. Yeah, so that makes sense. So you just train in insight, you said?
Yes.
Wicked. So that's it. That's the last of the downtime actions. You guys.
What
have
else can we
prepared
do?
your ship.
Sorry, I trained in playbook, not in insight.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah.
Different thing.
Was that?
What else can we do with creds? Like, is there any-
There-
You can take downtime actions. You can use it to get bonus dice on like gather info and stuff because you pay bribes and things.
Yeah.
You can use it to repair the ship. We also need cred to upgrade our ship. Also, if you look on your sheet where it has the 4 things for cred and then it says stash and has a whole bunch. So you can transfer cred to stash, which is like your retirement funds. Usually what you do is you fill up the cred and then if you get more you start putting into stash. So stash both represents if your character were to stop adventuring, how much money they just sort of had to live off by. It also generally represents their quality of life. So like the type of restaurant you can go to when we're on a planet is based off how much you have in stash.
Oh.
You don't actually take stuff out of there. It's just like if you're rich, you go to a nicer place, maybe. You can transfer stuff from stash back to active cred, but it's at a 2-for-1 rate, so it's like less efficient to do that. So generally we want to fill in our cred slots and the ones on our ship. Our ship can hold 4 cred before we put any in stash. Because once you put it in stash, it's kind of lost to
Yeah.
a certain degree.
It's like backwards banking. What's up with that?
So that's the
Well,
dark.
the idea is
It's
that
the
like if
dark
it's
future.
stash, it's like in an investment. Like it's not just money sitting somewhere. You bought into something, and then if you want to like get your money back, you got to take a hit. on it.
Bought into something that never makes money.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nice.
But it's essentially
terrible investors.
long term, hopefully it would make money is the
Yeah,
idea.
but if you want the idea of I want my guy to be set for life, your goal should be to increase your stash.
Just dump all your money in stash.
Well-
Just don't help the crew.
I'm gonna use my 1 credit to get another downtime action.
Sure.
Okay.
And I'm going to, with this cred, basically, I'm going to like try to get some like bribes and informants out to learn more about these Ashen Knife guys, to progress my Ashen Knife clock more.
Okay. You gotten 2 in it before, right?
Yeah, I got 2 before.
So you're just gonna try and spread some money around your syndicate guys, or
Yeah, with
how's it?
with like some of my syndicate guys, like pulling in favors
So
and
you've
some money.
You've you hacked before.
Do you have a specific contact? Like you could call Rin and ask her for help because it gives you +1 dice if when your contact helps you.
Yeah, I guess like a smuggler, she'd like probably. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll
Maybe
like
she-
call up Rin.
Call her up from
Sure.
Vegas.
Call a friend, lifeline.
So yeah, I'm gonna like ask Rin like, hey, you know any I like share some information I've gotten from my little search from the hack I did.
So you're telling her that you have Ashen Knife equipment and you're trying to hack it, and
Yeah.
get some information,
Probably
and
just say the names
you're
of
seeing
the
if she's
people.
curious, if she knows anybody that you could talk to about. Okay.
Yeah.
So that would be consort.
Consort.
Yeah.
Which you have
I'm
0 in,
nothing
but
in.
you will have +1 dice, so you'll be at 1.
Yeah. Sure. 1 dice.
Yay.
Devil's bargain. What is it?
Devil's bargain.
Rin is an Ashen Knife.
Oh.
No, it's too.
Ashen Knives know that she's looking into or getting info.
Well, I've already done the. You really don't want nothing to happen to Rin, so that's the. You kind of making me want to go after, because you denied the last Devil's
Just leave
bargain.
it for a consequence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's your rival?
What else do I got for Devil's
My
bargains
rival's
here?
a money lender that I owe money
Oh,
to.
yeah.
He's got a moneylender as his rival.
You do have a money lender rival, and I don't think I've
Oh,
pulled him.
yeah. He
What's
was
his name?
White.
Nix.
Yeah.
Nix, the money lender,
Yeah.
and you're a scoundrel.
The scoundrel, I owe her some money, and I've just been running from her, using Rin to get me from planet to planet.
Okay.
And these guys, but
Jabba
they don't
the
know about
Hutt.
that. I'm having a,
Oh,
having
okay,
a job
so
with
I-
travel.
Actually, it's
Yeah.
probably why you originally had a bounty on your head, so you probably do know about it.
That is true.
So essentially, what I'm going to say is, I'm going to start a Devil's bargain. I'm going to start a clock. It'll be 6 o'clock. I'm only going to put 1 in it, but the clock is Rin collects. Or sorry, Nix collects.
He's gonna take your kidneys.
Incoming.
You know what,
Boba Fett?
this sounds interesting, so sure.
They'll hire us
Is
to
it
get you.
KNIX or
NYX.
NYX?
I hope it's just a giant beetle. Ah, fake.
Nix collects. I'm only putting 1 in it.
Alright, so I got 2 dice.
2 dice.
Let's go.
Let's progress the clock.
2 and a 3.
2 in this, you got a 3.
That's
Which
that's
is
the
the
one
one?
segment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you fill out 1 segment, and your 8 clock, there's now 3 completed to get an informant in the Ashen Knives. You're able to contact Rin. She doesn't know very much about the Ashen Knives. She knows that they're a really well guarded organization. They take a lot of care in making sure that nobody usually nobody really has an inside track on them. But she lets you know that she's a little bit busy right now, but she'll get back to you with maybe a name you could try and contact.
Alright.
1 or 2 names.
Yeah, she's partying.
Right. She's partying. We'll go with that. On Nightfall, she's partying.
So when we put up our crew quality, it's going to take us 4 cred to do so. So we'll need to remember that. But it'll be after we get.
You guys will have payoff before, but
Hopefully our ship doesn't take any
All right.
damage. That's why my pilot skill went up.
You are the hope for that completely, so that is up to you if our ship gets damaged or not.
Yeah, it's completely your fault if you lose our ship.
That's why I put my skill up.
I think that repair credit should have came from you instead of Doug.
I mean, he did pay
it
one.
did. Yeah, he did.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
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 Yeah,
he
no.
didn't.
He
Oh,
took
from
the
the
ship
ship.
one,
Yeah.
and then
Oh,
Doug
okay.
paid his
But
own.
Yeah, because we didn't have quite enough money on the ship, so we just paid one of my own.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, I'll just save my credit for the end.
But I was a criminal. What do I know
There you go.
about money and sharing?
So that's all the downtime actions. We
I
got
was
a couple of
raised by a
clocks
family.
started. Some. So you said you were like actually a part of the military.
Yeah.
Like that was what you
yeah,
used.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
that's
joined
gonna come
the
back
military
and
at
bite you
some
right in
point.
the butt. So that's awesome.
Ooh.
Imperial military.
Yeah.
I was also Imperial. Military's my background.
Yes. Your background was wrecker, like
labor. Yeah.
But you were part of the military. You said it now. It's official.
Because
Okay.
I decided to change it because originally I was like,
Nah.
I graduated from school. It's like, okay, that needs a bit more than that.
No, that makes sense. That's fine. So that's all the downtime actions. So that concludes downtime. So essentially, we're going into.
So just a note is any equipment that you checked off for the last mission, erase that
And then erase your loadout.
Erase your load because you'll have a different one for the next mission.
I'm just gonna like leave communicator
I'll
illicit
just keep
drugs.
illicit drugs on.
I'm just putting communicator.
Communicator is probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Just everyone always.
And
says
victory
communicator.
cigars. I'm sorry.
Is always there.
It's important.
I mean, it is your vice.
I'm keeping the illicit drugs on me.
It's also your vice, so that,
Yeah.
that kind of checks out. All right, so you guys have come back to. You've returned to the bounty. You've been paid off. You're back at the Isotropomax prison, which honestly is probably where you got your repairs done, which makes sense
Yeah.
because they've got that the mechanics bay there. You got a bunch of your contacts done. You're talking to people, doing some training, doing some studying. Acquired a new friendly Mr. Robot neighbor, and so you're sitting there looking at the rest of your bounties because you do have 2 more bounty missions.
We also had that entanglement.
Yes,
that we
that's
haven't heard of.
so.
What was our entanglement?
So the entanglement last time was a new friend,
Yeah, we have a
which essentially means that
scary mission.
yeah, there's a mission that's coming down the pipe.
From who again?
Well, from anybody.
I
But-
Is that from a neutral party? So somebody we don't currently have a relationship with.
Yes, I'm just gonna look at that again.
It's gonna be a weird.
Neutral faction has asked you to do a job that is either extra dangerous, pays little, or gathers more heat than usual. So I'll decide whichever one that is. But
Does that mean it's something that we have to do first? This entanglement?
Nope.
Let's just.
so you either accept the mission or lose status with them.
Go to
So
our
you don't have to take the mission. You can do your bounties, or you can do your other missions, but they will immediately not like you as much.
Who contacts us?
Okay, so little neutral party action going on. We have. I was gonna go with the Azeroth News Network, but
Do you wanna
they're
take a short
definitely
break?
not. Yeah, we can do.